Hey everyone, it's me, James. Today is Father's Day 2015. Happy Father's Day. It's going to get out to you belated. Hope your day went well. For me, it went great. Had a good day today. Uh, Today's video is going to feature a couple products that are new to me. One that is just being delivered to everybody. I received mine uh, Friday. Uh, Bloomed it. Yes, it's a brush, but I haven't used it. This is limited edition Savile Row Shave the Man brush in finest silver tip badger. Great looking brush, I can tell you that from the handle. A nice resin used. Um, the hairs look great. Um, I think I only had one that creeped out of me of the brush while I did my rinsing out of it and everything like that just to make sure that it was good to go. One thing I can say is that the brush doesn't carry a huge animal smell to it. It has a little bit, but to me it has. You can smell more of the chemical process that they use in it in some brushes, to where you. It's hard to describe. To me, it kind of smells like mothballs a little bit, something like that. And so I smelled that from it when it's wet. Right now, I don't get that at all. When it was brand new, I could smell it out of the packaging, and then also, as I was washing it, when it was drying. It kind of reminds me of, I think Simpson brushes kind of come to me that way, with like a chemical type smell that's in there. There is someone else that has that for their Badger brushes, but I can't recall who it is. But anyway, not a really high intense animal smell at all to my nose. Um, Great brush. The knot feels good. Something to compare it to. I have the Lord Randall, which is a limited edition silver tip brush that was made for Mongoose shaving by Vlong. So this is the only other premium type silver tip badger brush that I have. Cost wise, they run close to the same amount. Um, if you look at the baseline, without this being a limited edition one time brush, um, if you look at just the 3124 as it is, because that's the model that the handle is and not and everything, uh, not the marbling of the handle, but just the plain white handle, the 3124. Anyway, goes for like 136 or something like that, somewhere close to there. And I believe this was somewhere around 140 when it was brand new. Uh, but anyway, so they're kind of like in that same ballpark when you match a brush to brush. Now, this was more expensive uh, than the Lord Randall, but I mean, a limited edition, one time offering of the handle type probably will never be done again for Shave the Man. So uh, I think it's worth the money to me, just based off of how it looks, the quality that I get. No discernible glue bump. Same here. When I squeeze from the banded part just to check, how stuffed is this? This is pretty stuffed. Works well for face lathering. Isn't floppy, but still soft. I'm getting that same type of squeezing on here on this one. This is a 24-54. This is a 24-52. So 24 diameter, 54 height, 52 height, approximate dimensions. So when I line up from the where the hair comes out of the top, that comes out to be about right. This is just a slightly taller. Now, of course, approximate dimensions, right? So I don't know if it's 2 millimeters taller, but you know, it's probably somewhere around there. And so, um, fairly similar in type of knots. Hair, just like this. Be advised that this is much more broken in. I've used this quite a bit. So this hasn't been used at all except for just lathering it up to wash it out, and that's it. But going like this feels just a little bit stiffer, even though it's a higher loft. So I don't know if that's because it's not fully broken in yet, but that's just what I'm feeling. Also, just to the touch, again, much more broken in, hasn't been used yet, but the tips right now are very noticeably, well, I shouldn't say very, but they're noticeably softer on the Lord Randall. Again, I don't have a new Lord Randall to kind of test this with, but that's just for right now. And I know this will break in a little bit, so I'm pretty much expecting this to be along the lines of what this is. So, if that tells you anything, both quality brushes, because I know this one is. And so I'm very happy kind of feeling just those initial things coming from this. This video is going to be a little bit longer, even though I didn't mean it to be, but I just wanted to highlight that as far as what the brush kind of reminded me of. And this is the only one in my arsenal, premium brush, that matches it. The limited edition Simpsons that I have that's Best Badger's not the same hair. So even though the handle's fancy on it, and that's the P8, not the same hair. The M6 is Manchurian, so different type of hair. This is the only silver tip premium Badger brush that I have had before this one. So that's all I can compare it to. Handle wise, at the fattest points, the Savile Row appears wider. The base is a little bit, the bottom of the base is wider. But to me, because of the shape of the handle and how it's scalloped on here versus here, for me personally, this one is easier to hold. So I can hold this one easier. That's not a knock against the handle. I'm just saying comfort-wise, the handle is more comfortable in this one for me to hold than this shape. But I'm just saying more comfortable. I'm not saying this is not comfortable. Just saying this is more comfortable to hold. All right. So please leave your hate mail somewhere else. All right. The razor I'll be using today will be the Mongoose, loaded with the Kai Captain Titan Mild Non-Guard on the 4th use. And hold on real quick. Just getting it set off to the side. The soap, which is also, you guys already seen the title, but this is my first time using this soap. The soap is made in Australia. It was gifted to me by Mike Perry, Mr. Noob. Thank you, Mike. And I'm looking forward to trying it, just because I like trying new things. I like to see what things are like. To me, it has a very pleasant scent to it. It smells to me, even though it's not in the scent description, but to me it's reminiscent of almost kind of like a peach smell. But I guess that is what the jojoba extract smells like. And so I think that's just kind of weird that if this is like really pure jojoba, it kind of smells like peach to me. So it's a really nice, clean, light scent. You can smell it there. You can tell there's a scent there, but you know, it's not something that detracts. So, gonna be using that. And for the aftershave, the closest thing that I could smell to it, believe it or not, was at least in aftershaves that I have, is the Japanese grapefruit inspiration from Soap Commander. So I'll be using that for the aftershave. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set up and I'll be right back. Gotta prep my face real quick. Thank you. Alright, I'm back. So I've cleaned up, prepped my face, put some cleaning out on it. And not that I did a whole lot today. They kind of pampered me. Great family. We went to the dog park, took the dogs there this morning and let them run around and play. And just kind of been a really chill day. Cooked some of that red chile that Guy sent me. Thank you, Guy. It was delicious. Real tasty. So made some of that. I had made some pork green chile the other day. And so kind of had like a chile platter today. Had red, green, and Spanish rice. Uh, my wife and son tonight got me some Firehouse subs. Philly steak, so I've been pampered all day. Thankfully, I've been working outside. In the yard the past few days, and it's been hot. Heat index of like around 100, and so the carbs over the past few days have helped with the energy. You know, eating the night before, carb up, helps you fuel yourself through the day, and of course, stay hydrated. All right, so the soap's been blooming. Brush has been soaking a few minutes. Gonna squeeze the brush out, pour out that, and add the bloom water to my cup that I'm using. All right. And there's just a little tiny amount here floating on top of the Otoko. It smells good. All right. So here we go. Gonna do my stallion, load it like you hate it, and see what this is like. The one negative that I saw about it was that from one review said that this is kind of a little bit more difficult in places with hard water. I do not have hard water here. The puck itself is kind of clear. It is not tallow at all. It's jojoba extract, deionized water, proprietary non-aconic suffoctant derived from soy and corn, aloe vera, and glycerin. So, alcohol and petroleum free. Alright. And this is about a 70-gram container. So, let's see what this is like. Gonna make sure I get plenty of soap in here. Alright. Just a little bit of water on the tips. Put some of that down in there. Make sure that pops into the brush. Proto lather's popping out of here on the top. Alright, that's got to be plenty there. Alright, so there we go. Very nice creamy proto lather. Doesn't seem too airy, which is always nice. Yeah, has some body to it. right. Seems adequately slick. All right. Here's the container of the soap. Basically, it looks like you can see through it. See how it's translucent a bit? Alright, here we go. Alright. So kind of like what I see from the Lord Randall and even from the Simpsons Best Badger hair, is that even though it might, most animal dry brushes almost always have a little bit of prickliness to them when they're dry, but the nicer brushes really get soft once they've been wetted, and that's what I'm getting from this. This is got a really nice soft feel to it on the tips. Very reminiscent to me of the Lord Randall that I own in silver tip. So I'm very pleased. I gotta say that I probably overloaded, but I'd rather go from that point so that I can add water in and have slickness and protection rather than not. I got a few days growth going on. Wow. Soap smells good. This brush is doing great. Again, I still find the handle on the Lord Randall more comfortable than this one, but this is fine, shape-wise. Look at that melted ice cream. Creamy goodness. Beautiful. Alright. Pour the bloom water out, set the brush, tips down. That is black. Warm my blade. Here we go. Very nice slickness. Here's the badger hair. That's all right. I didn't want to comb it out until after tonight. So sometime tomorrow afternoon I'll comb it out. Saw the Rev back with his Rev razor. Welcome back, Rev. Looked like a great shave. Glad to see you got your brush too. Lather feels good so far. Very nice. All right. Lather up for pass 2. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Guess I should have said rinsing. Now I'm lathering. All right. So my kids got back from that YMCA Teen Leaders Camp up in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and looks like they had a fantastic time. I'm glad they got to experience that, and again, what a huge blessing that we got sponsorship for them both to be able to absorb most of the cost for that so that they could go. It was my second time for my daughter and the first time for my son. Wow, very nice. Lather feels really good. Brush feels great. Nice painting brush. Wiping my hand real quick. Alright, I'm back. Here we go for pass 2. Lather feels great. No irritation, no discomfort. Chilling and drying out. Actually, my skin feels quite soft right now. I'll rinse off and I'll do a little touch up. I'll be right back. Alright, back. Pass 3 for touch up. Be really light. Seems to be good flow through. Getting the lather to the face. Again, soft on the tips, but Still plenty of backbone. Very reminiscent of the Lord Randall to me. So face lathering, not an issue. I suspect it will get just a bit softer as it gets more broken in. So that's a bonus. Very nice. Alright. Pass 3. There we go. Very good. Alright. Again, slickness was fine. Cushion was fine. Scent is... it's mild. And again, it kind of reminds me of peach, but I guess that's what pure jojoba smells like. So if you guys are familiar with that, then you'll know what the scent is. And that was with the Mongoose. First shave with the Shave the Man brush. Thank you all to everybody that put this together. I think it was well worth the wait. That's, you know, a matter to each individual, but to me it was worth it. I think the brush is fantastic from what I can tell so far, based upon what I have in my arsenal. So definitely a winner. And this Otoko soap, Otoko Organics. If you guys run across it and you just want to try it out, I don't know what the price of it is, but it seems like a decent enough soap to me. Doesn't seem like there's any animal products in it, so it's non-tallow, I know that much, and I would venture to say it's probably a vegan product. But again, product of Australia. Thanks again, Mike. And inspiration will be the aftershave from Soap Commander. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you for your continued prayers. I really appreciate it. If you're out there and it's hot, just remember, stay hydrated and keep your body fed so that you have the energy to do work outside. God bless you all and have a great week. Bye.